Hi, I'm Stan Goodrow, President and founder of Colorado Custom Spas. If you're watching this video, you may have recently made a purchase with us, and I'd like to say thank you so much from the bottom of our hearts here at Colorado Custom Spas. We truly appreciate the opportunity to serve you. Today, we will be going over a general orientation for your Bullfrog spa. First, let's cover some things you'll want to know before operation of your spa. First, we'd like to find out if your foundation is load-bearing, flat, and flush to the entire base of the spa. If you can fit your fingertips under around the bottom edge of the spa at any point, that could be a problem. Another consideration will be whether or not you want your spa installed near low E glass windows. And these might be windows on a newly built home, or maybe your house just had the windows replaced. Low E glass is common now for its energy savings, but the glass can actually intensify and magnify the intensity of the sun's rays, thereby causing damage to the cabinet of the spa or the spa cover. Another consideration for placing your spa in your backyard will be access for service around the hot tub. Now, almost every spa made in the US is filled and wet tested at the factory, so there's not likely going to be any servicing in the near future, but let's still have a plan for that. If it's going to be in the front of the spa where the pumps and equipment might live, we need room for a service technician to get down here and replace a gasket or a sealant. On the side, you still might also need room over here to get to something on this side of the hot tub. Since we're in a showroom with 8 hot tubs filled and running on display, we have more than one disconnect box. You'll only have one of these in your backyard, and for most hot tubs, you'll need a 220 volt power source with a 50 or 60 amp breaker with a built-in GFCI. There are spas that can also run on 110 volt power, so you may not necessarily need a junction box in your backyard. For most hot tubs, the front is considered to be the same side where your topside controls are located. These buttons control the operation of your hot tub. If we need to get access to the front side of the hot tub where the components live, we do that by removing the corner panels first. You can also detach the lighting if your spa has lights inside of the corners. And with Bullfrog, it's very simple. Reach down below the cabinet, give it a gentle pull, and voila, we'll detach the light there. Move the panel out of the way. On this Bullfrog A7 spa, we'll start from right to left. This is a drain line where you can use your garden hose to drain the hot tub when it's time for your draining and cleaning. These are your plumbing lines. This is your control box that has the electronics. This is your heater tube that heats the water. Behind here are 2 pumps. Those are your jet pumps. There's a third pump over there that is your heating and filtering pump called a circulation pump. Your electrical conduit will come into the control box from 3 chaseways. There's 1 on that side and 2 over there, so you can bring your conduit in on all 3 sides of your hot tub. We do not recommend filling your hot tub until your electrician is finished wiring in the spa. The reason is if he needs to move the spa for any reason, he won't be able to do that once it's filled with water. Also, in the coldest times of winter, every minute counts, and we don't want the spa to be sitting there full of water for hours without the proper power to turn it on. Once it's wired, then you can fill it up to the fill level, which will be about the bottom of the neck jets, or there may be a fill line somewhere on your hot tub that indicates where the appropriate level is. To start with Bullfrogs, let's remove the first jetpack to the right of the topside by pushing it forward and pulling it out. You'll also see that your operator manual and your filter housing live in this same jetpack area. Remove the operator manual and all the information that comes along with your hot tub. We have this on file, so you can call 303 Hot Tubs 7 days a week if you ever need more information. And then flush your garden hose for at least 30 to 60 seconds. Very important, you get the old stagnant water that's been sitting in your garden hose purged out before you put it in your hot tub. Once you flush your hose, insert the hose down the jetpack hole at the bottom of the first jetpack station to the right of the topside display. Fill for about 10 minutes and then move the hose to the other side and pick a different jetpack. That way, if your spa has more than one pump, you'll be priming all of the pumps before you turn it on. An important note, if you're filling your hot tub in the wintertime and the temperatures are below freezing, you'll want to remove the jetpack from the first seat to the right of the topside display and possibly another jetpack if your spa has more than one pump on it, and dump 10 to 20 gallons of hot water, maybe 100 to 110 degree water, right down the hole at the bottom of the jetpack. This will help thaw any ice that may have formed from just a few droplets of test water from the factory that might have collected at the bottom of the pump housing. Very important. Once your spa has been filled all the way, which will be determined by where the hash mark is on your suction intakes there, or also just below the neck jets, then you can go back to your disconnect box on the wall, flip the breaker. That will become the on and off switch for your hot tub. Once you have filled your spa to the proper level, you can flip the breaker in your disconnect box to turn your hot tub on. Depending on your brand and model of hot tub, the display may look different than what you see in this video. It might be an analog or auxiliary, it could be digital, but they will all function similarly in that they control the spa's operation, pumps, lights, heater, that sort of thing. Once you've turned on your spa by flipping the breaker in the disconnect box, your spa display might say PR or priming mode. What that means is the spa is entering a diagnostic stage. It's going to test circuitry to all the components. Eventually, it will turn on the pumps one at a time, and it will eventually turn on the heater. If your spa is powered with 240 volt power, you'll heat the water at about 3 to 6 degrees per hour. If your spa is running on 120 volts, you'll heat the water at about 1 to 2 degrees per hour. Generally speaking, it's a half a day to a day on 240, maybe 1 to 2 days on 120 volt. Once you have turned on your hot tub with the breaker, go ahead and slide the Bullfrog icon. Now your topside may look different depending on the model of hot tub that you have, but they will all function similarly so that you can turn the pumps on and off. You can adjust your temperature to whatever temperature you like just by using the up and down arrows. You can also adjust your water features and your lighting. This is a good time to look for airlocks. If you push the pump button but no water is coming out of the jets, that may indicate you have an airlock. Airlocks are common with all brands of spas, so knowing how to resolve the issue is an important tip for every customer to know. What is an airlock? Good question. An airlock forms when a bubble of air collects in the plumbing line and the pump is not able to burp the air out of the plumbing system. So there are a few tricks, and we'll start with the easiest one first. First thing you want to do is go to your spa's topside control, turn on pump 1 to high speed and then off. You'll want to repeat this a few times to burp the air out by turning the pump on high speed, off, low speed, high speed, off, low speed, high speed, off. That usually resolves it. And you can do the same thing for pump 2 as well. If that fails to burp the air out of the plumbing system, then we'll move to the next step. Some of the tricks to remove an airlock from a hot tub include turning the pump high speed, low speed, off, turn that on and off repeatedly. If that doesn't work, then you can try a trick with a plunger. You can, on a Bullfrog spa, you might be able to remove a jetpack on the side of the spa where the pump is not flowing water and plunge water through the opening at the bottom of the jetpack. You can also try a similar trick with a shop vac through the hole at the bottom of the jetpack and see if that is able to move the bubble of air through the plumbing system. That's all we were really trying to do, is just get that pocket of air to move. Once it moves a little bit, the pump will have a better chance of overcoming the airlock and burp it out of the water. So if the first few tricks to purge an airlock were unsuccessful, now we need to remove the front cabinet panel and get to where the pumps live. Specifically the pump that isn't flowing water. And you'll know the difference by putting your hand on the pump. You can feel if it's moving water or not. Also, you'll see what side of the hot tub is flowing water. But what you'll want to do is now get right to the pump, because that's probably where the problem is. And there are two ways to do it. One is to loosen these pump plugs. And you might be able to do it by hand, but you'll probably need some pliers to loosen these pump plugs. There's 3 of them, and you may or may not have access to all 3. Be careful in the wintertime. These can be very brittle with the frozen temperature, and you put your pliers on there, you can snap that off, and if this breaks, then water will flow endlessly out of the pump. So I would recommend going to the union on the top of the pump. This is the discharge of the pump. And again, you may be able to loosen this if you can get access and get your hands on the union. You may be able to loosen it by hand. Otherwise, use a filter wrench or a set of plumber's pliers and gently loosen that. Do not disconnect it, just loosen it. You might even hear the air hissing out once you loosen it and jiggle it a little bit. After water starts to drip out, go ahead and tighten it back up. It's okay to have some water inside of the equipment area. It's actually designed to handle that. When you fill your spa and you have it up and running, if you run into any problems or have questions, your owner's manual is probably the easiest place to start. If you can't find your owner's manual, you can go to coloradocustomspas.com, click under resources, and you'll find your owner's manual there in the library, or call 303 Hot Tubs 7 days a week. We're here to help. Now we'll talk about water care, and to do that, Sam Gore will be here to discuss that in detail. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Sam. I'm the general manager of Colorado Custom Spas, and today we're going to talk about water care for your new Bullfrog spa. If you get our upgraded starter kit, it will come with these things. You'll have your Addies cartridges. You'll get 1 blue, 1 silver cartridge. The blue lasts for 4 months. The silver lasts for 1 month. And then this box contains 3 silver cartridges. Together, they're an approximate 4-month supply, and they're the main component of keeping your water clean and sanitized. In our upgraded kit, you'll also get pH up, down, shock, and hot tub serum. All of these things combine to create clean, healthy, sanitized water. After your spa is filled, you want to wait until the water reaches approximately 80 degrees before adding any chemicals. This is because granular products could dissolve a little better in warm water than cold water, and we don't want any products to settle onto the surface of the hot tub. Once the water does reach 80 degrees, it's time to start adding your cartridges. You'll pop out the jet pack that is directly to the right of your control panel. In there, you will find your filter housing. This houses the filter and the Addies cartridges. You'll take the blue cartridge and you will set that dial to 4 for every hot tub, and it slides into the back of this. The silver cartridge, you will set the dial according to the gallons of your hot tub, and you will have a reference for that comes inside the pack. That one goes in here. Next, your filter, the glue side faces out towards you, will slot underneath these little tabs. Just like that, there's 2 tabs here. And now you're ready to place that back into position and snap your jet pack back into place. The next step is to add your Jumpstart packet. This packet is essentially, it's a shock to kill any contaminants that may be in the water coming from your garden hose or out of the tap. You want to make sure that the water is at least 80 degrees. Turn all of your jets on high speed. And broadcast that into the water. Anytime you add chemicals to the hot tub, you want to make sure that the jets are running on high speed. When you do turn on the jets, they will shut off automatically after about 15 to 20 minutes. It's best to let them run for a full cycle when adding products to allow thorough mixing of the product into the water. Inside your Addies box, you will find a bottle of test strips. The test strips will allow you to test the sanitizer level, the alkalinity, the pH, and the total hardness or calcium hardness. The main thing that we are concerned with is pH. A pH needs to be approximately 7.2 to 7.8 in order to be healthy for your hot tub and your skin. A low pH means the water is acidic and corrosive. A high pH means that the water is alkaline. Either can cause damage to your hot tub, and it is very important that your pH stay between 7.2 and 7.8. The way that we measure this is we open up the lid. Make sure that your fingers are dry. Any moisture that gets into this container can contaminate the strips. You remove a test strip, dip it in the water and swirl it for 2 seconds, pull it out, and hold it up to the bottle to compare. From this test, we can see that the pH is low. That means that the water is potentially corrosive to our components. We will address low pH by adding pH up or pH increaser. The amount of which to add is on the bottle based on the pH level of your hot tub. We'll need to add 1/2 of an ounce. We're using pH up or pH increaser because the pH is low. If the pH were high, we would add pH down. We need to add 1/2 of an ounce to raise our pH. The easiest way to determine the 1/2 an ounce is to take your cup, and it's about 1 ounce if you fill the inner ring here. So we're going to fill that about halfway. After adding the product, you want to wait 30 minutes and retest the water. It's possible that you'll need to add 2, maybe even 3 doses to get to the proper range. That will be determined by testing after 30 minutes. And we're back. After 3 doses, we can now see that our pH is in the proper range, 7.2 to 7.8. The color will be not orange or yellow and not red, but somewhere in the middle, orangish red. And now you're ready to enjoy your hot tub. 1 week in, we're going to begin our weekly maintenance. The first step will be to add HGS Turbo Oxidizer. Follow the instructions for the dosage for your gallons of hot tub. Next, we want to add hot tub serum. Hot tub serum is a really great product. We have several videos about this that you can refer to on our channel. On the front page of your hot tub orientation packet, you'll notice a QR code that will take you to the Frog Water Care app. This is an application for iPhone or Android that will allow you to keep track of when to replace your cartridges, when to test the pH, how much pH up and down to add. You can take a picture of your test strip and scan it in for instructions. To prolong the life of your hot tub, it is very important that you maintain the pH in the proper range. pH out of range can cause damage to components. That damage is not covered under warranty. Additionally, the use of unauthorized chemicals can cause damage to the hot tub and will also not be covered under warranty. When in doubt, give us a call or text 303 Hot Tubs. At some point in your hot tub journey, you may find that the water has become foamy. Foam is caused by soap and detergent residues on our skin, hair, and suits. In order to prevent foaming, some people will rinse off completely before getting in the hot tub. We recommend that you don't use too much detergent when washing your suits and rinse them out in a sink prior to putting them in the dryer. If you do find yourself having foam, there's a product called Foam Eliminator. This product, adding a small amount to the water, will cause the surface tension of the water to change and the foam will dissipate. This is not a permanent solution, but more of a Band-Aid to allow you to enjoy your hot tub during a foam experience. The best method for taking care of foam is to get a skimmer net and scoop the foam out as it develops. Eventually, this will remove the source material and make the foam go away. Now we're going to discuss how to operate your Topside control panel. Your control panel may somewhat differ from this one, but the general functionality will be the same. You'll have a jets button, low speed, high speed. Some hot tubs have a second jet button, low speed and high speed. To raise and lower the temperature, simply press the up arrow or the down arrow. When you start your hot tub up for the first time, you'll need to set the filtration cycles and mode. For a Bullfrog spa, you'll press the settings button. Next, you'll go to water care and hit the button blue next to that. We want to be in standard beginner mode. It may seem tempting to go to energy saving or super energy saving, but Colorado Custom Spas recommends that all people stay in standard beginner mode. For more questions, please call or text. Now that we've entered standard beginner mode, we have the option to add a filtration cycle. For spas equipped with a 24-hour circulation pump, you want to set that for a 24-hour every day. You set the time and the amount of hours. If your spa does not have a dedicated filtration pump, that means it uses the low speed on jet pump 1 to filter. Due to the higher volume of water circulated on the jet pump, you'll want to set it for about 4 hours twice a day. Now we're going to discuss quarterly maintenance for your hot tub. At the 4-month mark, your blue Addy's mineral cartridge will need to be replaced. Additionally, you want to drain and refill your hot tub and care for your cover and clean your filters. Bullfrog spas come with a Weather Shield fabric cover. We recommend adding Fabric Guard, which will help retain the water repellent nature of this material. It's a great product. If it's become dirty, we recommend using 303 multi-surface cleaner first. For those that do not have a Weather Shield fabric, or do have a vinyl cover, we recommend using 303 aerospace protectant. Additionally, this product is great to add to your cabinet panels to protect from sun damage and fading. Finally, we have 303 mold and mildew. This can be used on the underside of the cover to not only clean mold and mildew, but also prevent it from occurring. Next, we'll need to soak our hot tub filters. Great Barrier Filter Cleaner is great because you can spray it on and rinse it off after 15 minutes. For a more deep clean, we recommend All Natural Filter Soak. This is a citrus-based cleaner, and when you leave it overnight, it's really going to clean better than a simple spray and rinse. However, it is not as convenient as a simple spray and rinse. While doing all this, we recommend having the water be drained. The best way to do so is to have a submersible pump or sump pump. This will go much faster than gravity. This pump, basically, you attach a garden hose to it, drop it into the water, plug it in, and it will drain the water much faster than gravity. Every time you drain and refill your hot tub, it's best to add Total Cleanse System Purge. See other videos regarding Total Cleanse for how to use it. It's important to clean or replace your hot tub filters monthly. As filters become dirty, they can restrict the flow of water through the system, causing an error code to occur, HR, heater dry, or DRY, or low flow. This will cause your hot tub to stop heating and can cause damage. There are two main ways to drain your Bullfrog spa. The built-in gravity drain will be located at the base of the hot tub. For this drain to function, you will first grab a hold, pull out the entire drain assembly, unscrew the cap, put a garden hose on, and then push it halfway back in. That will cause the drain to open and water to drain out. Colorado Custom Spas recommends the use of a submersible pump for draining your hot tub. You'll find that this is much faster than a gravity drain. You take the submersible pump, attach your garden hose. The other end of the hose should be run to wherever you'd like the water to drain. Keep it away from your house to avoid flooding into the basement. Next, you will slowly lower the pump into the bottom of the hot tub. Now it's simply plug it in and it will begin draining the water. We really appreciate your business. We want you to know if you ever have questions or concerns, please call or text us anytime. 303 Hot Tubs, 303-468-8827. We're open 7 days a week and happy to help.